Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday, chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below, as well as the community playlist, which I started so any creator who makes this style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist if you want to binge watch a bunch of these videos, maybe find some new creators, but also just see a bunch of different opinions on these new makeup releases. But we do have a lot to chat about this week, so let me go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so I am so excited to be sitting down and filming the Will I Buy It. Last week's Will I Buy It series was kind of like a special episode holiday edition because I was pre-filming pretty far in advance because I actually was in Florida for a few days last week. I was visiting with Lilac Cosmetics, which was so exciting for me. It was such a great trip. I did do a little bit of vlogging, so I'm planning it to post that one at some point once I get it edited. But I knew, since I try to film for the Will I Buy It on Mondays, which today is a Monday, I try to film on Monday, have everything edited, uploaded, description box, everything at least by Tuesday, and then I post Wednesday morning for the video. And I knew I was actually going to be gone starting on Saturday of that week, so I figured a Will I Buy It like regular wasn't going to be a great thing, so that's why I did the holiday, and it seemed like a lot of you really liked it. I did get a lot of requests to do an Ulta focused holiday video as well, so I have that on my list. Today's video is going to be kind of a mixture between the regular releases and then a few holiday ones also, because of course more and more holiday is going to keep coming out. When this video goes up, it will be October. As I'm filming, it's still the last day of September, but it's just crazy how much holiday is coming on when it's, you know, September/October. Kind of crazy, but today's video is going to be kind of a mixture. But I'm really excited to sit down and film this because it's been so long since I filmed a Will I Buy It video, so I'm just excited. Okay. All right. I am still kind of cold. I am still kind of cold. No. I am still struggling with a cold. I got sick on my way back from Florida. I'm assuming airplanes and airports and all of that, so I'm kind of struggling with a cold, so my voice kind of still goes in and out. If I sound really stuffy, I am. To kick it off, so a lot of times almost every time I like to kick it off with Colourpop, so definitely have a lot going on with Colourpop this week, or in the past 2 weeks. They did release the Lilac collection. I did not see this coming, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought like the color series was over. I thought they were moving into like a different territory, but they just released the 9-pan Lilac Palette. This is the Lilac You A Lot, so super cute name. So just like with their 9-pan palettes, we have the 9 shades, kind of monochromatic with the lilac theme. There's a mirror in there. They do have a whole collection, and they have items in there with Soul Body and also Fourth Ray Beauty, which is 2 of their sister brands. But the Lilac palette is $12. They also have some face milk. They have the lip duos, the blush duos. They have some glitter trios in there, and then the Violet Crush BFF bundle for $18. This is all already available now, so I will have it linked in my description box. So when I first saw this palette, I got pretty excited because I love purples. I have green eyes, and I think there's just some colors that look really complementary with green eyes, and purple is one of them. I have a little bit of like a purple burgundy type shade going on today from a Viseart palette, and so when I saw this, I was like, ooh. And then my second thought was, is this going to be extremely similar to the It's My Pleasure palette from Colourpop, which I have. I bought that palette myself because I was so excited about it, because it is their kind of like purple monochromatic. It has a shade in there called Chick Lit, which is my favorite genre, which is kind of, you know, also corresponds with my blog that I've had for 10 years. October is my decade-long anniversary of being in social media. In October 2009, I launched my blog and launched my social media career. So that's kind of wild to look back on, that I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been blogging, I've been writing books, I've been just in the social media space for 10 years. It's been so interesting to see how things have changed. And I talk about that in something that's coming up very soon that I'm excited to talk about. Let's not get too much into that, but I have some exciting news coming for October to share very soon. Very soon, very soon. But yes, I've been in this space for 10 years now. Very exciting. So I kind of wondered that. from what I've been seeing, and this launched like right before I left for Florida, so I was thinking about it, and then I was like, yeah, I try not to buy too impulsively. That used to be something that I would do a lot, whether it be makeup or whether it be like in the grocery store. I'd see something and be like, yeah, mine. And I'm just an impulsive buyer sometimes. And so I've been trying, one thing that I've been working on for a while is to not buy impulsively. And if there's something that I'm interested in, to take the time to really look at the product, if I can, find reviews for it, find swatches for it, just really sit and think about it. One thing I try to do too when there's something that I want is I try not to buy it right away, and I try to think on it. You might hear me say in a lot of will I buy it videos, well, this released last week and I still haven't bought it. I do that on purpose to see how bad do I really want something, and if I don't purchase it right away, if I still really want it, then it's almost like, okay, I give you permission to buy this because it's still on your mind and you're still really wanting that. So those are just a few things that I try to do when it comes to buying makeup. I didn't know if that would be an interesting video. I have it down on my list, but like almost kind of like the thought process that I go through before I just buy something, such as makeup, of course, is what the video would be focused on. But let me know if you'd want to see that, or some of my tips and tricks, because I have been very vocal about in the past buying makeup just to buying makeup just for YouTube, and really putting myself in a huge debt over purchasing makeup. I've talked about this in the past in some of my videos, and you know, maybe I could talk about that a little bit more, and then kind of how I've changed as a consumer today, and seeing, I mean, I'm still fighting to get myself out of that debt that I put myself into trying to grow a YouTube channel, which is very sad. But I thought maybe I could do, if it's interesting, I could do a video on my mindset then versus my mindset now, and how that's changed, and how my buying habits has changed, and you know, just being a consumer has changed. So let me know if you'd want to see that. But so like I said, this was about to launch right before I was going to Florida. I was like, I just don't have enough time. I know some people got this in PR. I want to watch some of the videos, because again, I thought it was going to be really similar to the It's My Pleasure. What I've kind of grasped from videos that I've seen is that people are saying It's My Pleasure is actually more of like your pinky palette, and I do have that palette. Like I said, I did purchase it, and I do agree with that. There's a lot of shades in there that even almost look more purple in the pan, but once you put them on the eyes, they actually are more pink. And then this one is actually supposed to be more of like your purple palette. That's what I'm hearing so far in the reviews. Let me know if you're hearing something different. So because of that, I'm kind of thinking about grabbing it, just because I do feel like maybe it would be different enough. But again, kind of thinking about this one. So that's the Lilac palette. And then the next thing that I wanted to touch on, I kind of mentioned this a couple weeks ago in the video, but Colourpop also just released their Pretty Fresh collection. So once I came home and I decided, I was like, okay, I think I still want to grab that Lilac palette. I was like, I can get the Lilac palette, the So Jaded from Kathleen Lights, and I'm gonna grab the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer and Setting Mist. So I had planned a Colourpop order, because with Colourpop you need to do $30 and you get free shipping, and I just like free shipping. So a lot of times when I'm purchasing from Colourpop, I actually purchase like a pretty like bulk order, multiple palettes, lip products, I mean whatever it may be that has my attention. I kind of build my bag up and then I make a purchase. So I was planning to grab these Colourpop products, but they actually sent them to me. It was just a couple days after I was home. I got a package from Colourpop and it had the Pretty Fresh collection in there. So I had a video go up on Monday trying out the primer, the setting mist, and also the tinted moisturizer from the Colourpop Pretty Fresh line. So if you want to check out that video, I will link it in my description box. There's also a giveaway in there with 3 winners, which I'm pretty excited to do, because they did send me all of the different shades, which obviously I don't need that many, so I'm giving away some of the shades in there, and there's also a grand prize winner. But if you want to see my thoughts, I will link it. So once I got that package, I was like, should I still get the Lilac palette? And then the So Jaded, I was on the website, and then the So Jaded was sold out. I was like, I don't know what to do. So all that to say, I still haven't purchased the Lilac palette, but I was still kind of thinking about that one. I'd love to know if you've tried it though, because again, it has been out for a little bit now. So I would love to know if you picked that one up and what you think of it. If you think that it's really similar or different to the It's My Pleasure palette, I would love to know. And again, I was able to try out those Pretty Fresh products. And then definitely I had to touch on Anasazi. I was getting so many tags while I was in Florida on what Anasazi is doing. So Anasazi was doing this Norvina collection, and we knew when they released the first palette, you know, it said volume 1. So obviously it was an assumption that there was going to be several releases coming from Anastasia. When I posted 2 weeks ago for the Will I Buy It, the outside of the Norvina 2 palette had just gotten launched. By the time I was editing that video, the inside was shown. So I just put like a little pop-up of text over when I was talking about that palette, and I mentioned that the inside wasn't really for me, but I said I was a little bit surprised that it was releasing so quickly to the volume 1. Like I figured they would release quickly with one another, but I was almost a little bit surprised it was that quick. And then immediately after the second release, the third one was announced, and I was like, okay. I mean, whoo, okay. And I know there's some comparisons being drawn between Anasazi and Colourpop, because Colourpop does release a lot. They release something new almost every single week. A lot of times they do drop really large collections, and it's definitely overwhelming. I get overwhelmed with Colourpop, and I've said that many times. I feel like one of the differences is the price tag. And you know, with Colourpop with their $12 palettes, and then Norvina launching $360, or Anastasia and Norvina launching $360 palettes, all with it, it's just kind of like, whoa, it's just a little bit overwhelming. So not only did she launch 2, which I will have the photo up here. So you have the 25 shades for $60. This one is very, like, when I look at it, I think kind of like tropical. It has a lot of blues in there, a lot of greens. There's pops of like pink and yellow and orange, but overall I feel like a very blue-green style of palette. There's also some glitters that were announced also, and these are $15 each. I guess that these were supposed to be launched during festival time, but they were a delay, but a lot of the shades are like Carnival, Flower Child. They were supposed to be in line with the festival. I don't really play with glitters a ton, so I would be passing over those. But it was, I mean, real shortly after the second one was announced that the third palette was announced. So again, 25 shades for $60. Of course, everything's really similar there. With this palette, there's like, I don't know what I would call this palette. The first one was kind of more purple vibes to me. The second one I felt like was more tropical, blue-green. This one is more, I don't know what to say. It's kind of just like a hodgepodge of different colors, green, yellow, and purples, and pinks, and there's a couple different browns in there. Like, I don't really know. None of these palettes have really been for me. The first Norvina one kind of did catch my attention because of the purples. Like I mentioned, I'm a purple fan. Then I was like, I don't, kind of a bigger palette. Again, I like smaller palettes myself, so I'm like, kind of a bigger palette with the 25 shades. It is $60. That is pretty expensive. And then especially knowing that there was going to be more because the volume 1, we knew more was coming. I kind of wanted to see all of them. Like, I don't know, just because of how quickly they launched or like showed them back to back, I almost just wish they would have shown all 3 up front and been like, this is the release date on this one. But then I'm pretty sure 2 and 3 launched on the same day. I think it was September 26th that they both launched. And I was like, I don't understand, like, what, I don't really understand what happened there. I know a lot of people are saying that they think Anasazi is about to be bought out, so when that happens, you're supposed to release a lot and, you know, show all this profit and stuff for investors. I don't really know. I don't know the whole, like, insider business type thing and all of that. I am not privy to that information, so I do not know. But this really did quite catch me off guard. So yeah, it did say the third one to launch September 26th. So I don't know. I feel like I just would have done it differently, but I don't have a brand, and I really have no interest in having a brand and all of that. I'm sure there's so much work that goes into it, and there was so many beautiful promo photos with Norvina with these different palettes and just costumes and sets. Like, it was so elaborate, and they were really like so artistic and so cool, but it still, as a consumer, like, it kind of confused me a little bit. So I'm passing over all of them. Really, the one that got my attention the most was that first one with more of that purple theme. I thought that was very pretty. Got some tags about Huda Beauty coming out with some new lip colors. So she is launching the Power Bullet Throwbacks collection. It says beautiful retro shades that give you the 90s vibe. And it was funny because I was getting a few texts from people like letting me know what shades you thought I would like the most, and I feel like these are very much my kind of tones, from even like girls trip and prom night. Wedding day is really beautiful. It looks kind of like rosy mauve-y. These are really cool colors. I do have a Power Matte lipstick from Huda Beauty in Joyride is the shade that I have. I really do like it. I really do like that lipstick. I believe these run for $25, I think is the price on them. I don't see it on this post from Trend Mood, but I believe it is $25, and I do buy those. That's just a little bit expensive to me for a bullet lipstick, so I do like to have them in some sort of sale or discount coming on. My voice is going out already. That's not good. But those do have some really beautiful shades, so I would definitely pick up one if I was making an order from Sephora, which I might. There's a few holiday sets that I think I just might go ahead and purchase. I've been watching Ebates to see if it will go up to 8%, but it's still at 4%, and I'm like, there's a few things that I really want to grab, so I might pick up another one of those lip shades. I do have a lot of lip products though, but I think that those are some pretty cool colors there. NARS is coming out with a new collection for holiday, and this is inspired by Studio 54, kind of like your nightclub, a lot of like glittery type of vibes here, and it is a very big collection. I feel like pretty much anytime NARS puts out a collection, it is a big collection. So once again, they have a lot going on in here, from eyeshadow palettes, face palettes, lipsticks. There's a bunch of different sets in here. Some of the palettes do look very pretty. There's again like the eyeshadow palettes, there's some face palettes. NARS tends to release a lot and it can get overwhelming, and again the price tag can be a little bit higher. I kind of like some of their different sets. I'm kind of a big sets person, especially around the holiday time. I feel like you can kind of like find the one that you like the best, and if there's sets with minis, I think that's a really cool thing too. So they definitely have a lot going on. Again, this is for holidays. It says it'll be available October, November. They did actually send me the collection in PR. I do get PR from NARS, and you know what that means. Just like with last week, we got another giveaway coming up. Woo, woo. Alrighty, if you've made it to this point of the video, congratulations, because we're hopping into the giveaway. I'm just having so much fun doing giveaways and trying to like sneak them in here and there. This giveaway is actually going to have two different winners because I have two different sets from NARS that I'm going to be giving away. These are the all access, okay, so I have the all access Power Matte Lip Pigment set, and I also have the Outshine Lip Gloss set. So if you can see in the back, each of them includes a pouch and then 3 different lip products. We just have a different formula on them. So we have the Power Mattes at top, on the top with the red, and then the lip glosses on the bottom with kind of like that blue shiny bag. So there's going to be 2 different winners, and I will just have, how am I going to do this? I think I will pick one winner first, have them respond to me, let them pick, and then I will go to the second winner and say, this is the one that's left. I think that's how I'll do it. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so 2 different winners. One of you each will be winning one of these sets, and I will ship it over to you for you to try out. I really like the little bags that come in this too. But yeah, so I wanted to do that. So to enter into the giveaway, entering is pretty easy. I'm like, where am I putting these? Entering my giveaways are pretty simple. Just make sure you are a subscriber over here and leave a comment in the comment section and include the hashtag SamSquad in there. That will let me know that you want to enter into the giveaway. So if you don't want to enter, and if you just want to leave a comment on one of the other new releases, just don't include that hashtag. I will choose someone that has the hashtag SamSquad in the comments. The giveaways are open international. Anyone can enter. If you do win, I just reply to your comment asking you for your email address. And that is it. So like I said, I'll pick one winner first, I'll let them choose which set, and then I'll go ahead and pick a second winner. I'm just having these open for a couple days. I've just been kind of throwing little giveaways into my YouTube uploads. Like I said, there's one in Monday's video as well with the Colourpop with 3 winners in there. And I'm just having it open for a couple days, and then once I have the giveaway winners confirmed, I just have a pinned comment with the winners' names, so that way that you can see that it's closed. So if you're watching this down the line, you'll know when that giveaway is closed. But otherwise, that is it. I like to do bonus entries if you're following me on Instagram or Twitter, and I usually do tweet or have some sort of post about the giveaway also. So if you are following me on either of those platforms, if you just want to include your Instagram handle or your Twitter handle, and I can verify that, and it's just an extra bonus entry there. My Instagram is MarchBeautyWord and my Twitter is @BySamanthaMarch. But I've been having a lot of fun doing these giveaways, so if you do want to enter to win one of these NARS lip sets, just go ahead and subscribe over here and leave your hashtag Sam Squad comment. Can you even see my leopard print scrunchie? I feel just like so in right now. I just wanted to make sure you guys, I just like had to make sure I pointed it out. Otherwise, like if no one sees it, did you even wear it? No, the answer is no. Okay, so BH Cosmetics is coming out with some brow products. They're coming out the brow duos. So you have a little compact with a mirror and a lighter shade on one side, a darker one on the other. They're going to be $9 each and available now on the website. I'm not really into brow powders myself. I don't use them a ton. I typically stick with just like straight pencils. Sometimes I'll switch it up and use like the MAC Shape and Shade or the Urban Decay Brow Blade. Like that's like how crazy, that's like my definition of like going crazy with brows. But I typically don't use powders, so I'm gonna pass over them. But also I saw that Benefit is coming out with a new brow product. Benefit, I feel like is very well known for their brows. I have the Goof Proof in my brows today, actually. And so every once in a while they release a new brow product. The last one I feel like they released was that like Big Daddy, like the really thicker pencil. I can't remember what it was called, and it had all like the different like click shades. You could click. That one didn't really work out for me, but I do really like their Goof Proof and they're Precisely My Brow. I started with the Gimme Brow when I was like kind of starting to get into brows. Not really though. But they are coming out with, this is the Brow Styler. It's a 2-in-1 wax pencil and powder. There's going to be 8 shades and it's going to be $34 each. So on one side you have a powder, and then on the other side you have your wax pencil. So it says create soft, full, natural looking brows. It has a natural finish, a precise angled tip on the one side. It is going to be available now. I was watching Angelica's Will I Buy It this morning actually, and she was able to go to a Benefit event in Sweden and they got this pencil and she said it's actually really good. She said she really does like it, so that has me a little bit curious. I just don't use powder a ton, and I get it, and I know a ton of people do. I mean, really, when I was watching, like first watching YouTube, people would either use powder or pomade, and I think that's, you know, that's one of the reasons, like when I was trying to get into brows and I was trying these different products, I was like, I just don't like it. I just prefer pencils. But like my mom, she uses a powder. She uses, I think it's from e.l.f. She uses an e.l.f. brow powder. I'm fairly sure, and that's how she does it. I just have to use a pencil. So I don't know if I would use that powder side enough. And like I mentioned with the MAC Shape and Shade, I think is what it's called, it has kind of like your, almost like your marker, like wet end on one side, and then it has a powder on the other, and I really don't touch the powder. So I don't think this would be the greatest fit for me, even though you know, it's probably a nice pencil, and again, Benefit does really, like, I mean, they do brows very well. I just don't think it would totally be for me. So I will probably go ahead and skip that one also. Let's see, I know we have a bunch of different holiday releases, but I was trying to put those at the end. Oh, Dubious Place is coming out with a new foundation. These are their shade sticks. So it says creamy, easily blendable and hydrating formula to contour, conceal, highlight, and perfect. It leaves a creamy natural finish for all skin types. That has 30 shades and will be $16 each. Okay. So I think that this is interesting. Again, I actually just posted a video recently trying out the Dubious Place I Am Magic foundation, also the new Nomad palette. I have the concealer, the setting powder in there, some products from the Fumi collaboration that came out. So I'll link that video too if you want to catch that one. The foundation I'm still trying. It was my first time trying that in that video, and it was just a little thick and a little bit matte for like to turn into like a favorite foundation. It probably won't happen, but it's interesting to see that they're coming out with another foundation. I don't typically love stick foundations. I tend to steer away from them. I don't know why, they're just not something that I have found that I've loved. I've tried a lot in the past, and I just kind of prefer the more standard liquid foundation. But I did get an email from Dubious Place that these have actually been sent to me in PR. I really have no idea how in the world I managed to catch Dubious Place's attention, but all of a sudden they have been sending me so many products from, I mean, everything that I put in last Friday's video was sent over to me, which I'm so grateful for, but I'm like, how in the world did you find me? So that's very exciting for me, and I just got the email this last night that they are sending over these to me. So let me know if you'd want to see a video with me trying out the stick foundation. Makeup Revolution is coming out with some new palettes. When I first looked at these, when I first looked at the photo, I can see the front in this one too, but if I was just looking at the inside of these palettes, I would not have thought Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution is an interesting brand to me. I've said it before that I found Makeup Revolution through a lot of their dupe palettes, like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, some of the Too Faced like chocolate palettes. But I feel like the more I think about Makeup Revolution, and then especially seeing these palettes, which to me look nothing like Makeup Revolution palettes, I almost get the vibe that like Makeup Revolution isn't sure who they are or like who they want to be. Do they want to be their own creative company coming up with concepts and doing different things and doing their different collaborations, or do they want to continue because then every once in a while then they'll come out and they'll be duping another palette and I'm like, who are you? I feel like I can't quite get a handle on who Makeup Revolution wants to be, who they want to cater to, what their vibe is. And I can't remember which video I mentioned this in, but I said that I don't feel like there's anything wrong with having a comfort zone and with having who you are, because that makes who you are, you know. I'm someone who enjoys, you know, just thinking makeup wise, I'm someone who enjoys neutral makeup, and you know, I like to have those complementary shades to my green eyes. I do those kind of looks a lot, but every once in a while it's fun to do something different, and it's fun to do something with a blue or green, or just mix it up, or you know, different things like that. And then so like I referenced Angelica. Since I was watching her video, she is very known for doing her colorful looks and a lot of color, but every once in a while she will switch it up and she will do a more neutral look. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with having your comfort zone, because that is how you are known, and you can let your audience know like, this is me, this is what I like, this is what I tend to do, and you can find your core audience that way, and people who will keep clicking on videos and such, and then kind of know what to expect. And yeah, like switch it up every now and again, that's fun. Every once in a while I eat a vegetable, not often, but sometimes I do. With every release they do, I'm like, wouldn't have known this is Makeup Revolution, wouldn't have known this is Makeup Revolution, kind of to the point where I'm like, I don't even know who Makeup Revolution is. I don't know what it is they want to be doing with their line. Has anyone ever felt that way about the brand, or is it just me? Could totally just be me, but that's just kind of what I think, so I just thought I'd throw out my 2 cents there, of course. These palettes do look pretty though. I think that they look fun. I don't know, I think that they look pretty, and these are $15 each. We have Allure and Utopia, it says coming soon. I think they look pretty, but again, I'm just not a big fan of the brand. I tend to not really love their eyeshadow palettes. It looks like maybe there's some glitter shades in here perhaps, but I don't know, that's just my, I don't know how I got started on that tangent, who even knows. But that's just a little bit about that from Makeup Revolution. If you are really into Halloween, I know some people have been saying that you're kind of upset that you don't feel like there's a lot of Halloween releases going on, which is kind of surprising, especially in the makeup and beauty world, because I feel like that can be a pretty big part. You know, I know Halloween videos are so popular on YouTube and that sort of thing, but it just makes me think that, you know, obviously, and I've talked about this too, there is so much more to the entire beauty industry as a whole versus just the online beauty community. We are a very, very small part of the community. It can seem like we're really big sometimes because of how many people are on YouTube, and you know, some of the successes. I couldn't say that word in Florida too, and I blamed it on the sangria. Maybe I just can't say it. But you know, so sometimes I feel like it can seem like the online community is so much larger, but maybe brands don't come out with Halloween stuff as much, because for a lot of these like everyday consumers that really make up a very large population of the profits that brands are making, that they don't go for like the SFX and the body paints and, you know, all that kind of stuff, could be. But if you are someone who is very interested in the Halloween, Lunar Beauty, who is the brand that was started by Manny MUA, is coming out with the Halloween 2019 collection. This is the Moon Spell collection. It says inspired by witches and pop culture. There's an eyeshadow palette for $48. There are some different lip products in there. You can get the full collection for $80, and it's going to be available October 4th on the Lunar Beauty website. I haven't tried anything from Lunar Beauty myself, and looking at the eyeshadow palette, I was actually a little bit surprised at the inside. I had someone tag me on Twitter also, and they said that they felt like this palette could have been in my like deceiving packaging video that I did, where I felt like the outer packaging doesn't match the inner packaging, because the outside is very like kind of like spooky and witch-like and all of that, and then inside it's like purples and pinks and like, I don't, maybe not what I expect. I was thinking maybe like darker tones. I don't know, that's just what I thought was gonna happen in there. So you'll have to let us know your thoughts there, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and pass over it. It's gonna be a limited edition collection. McGrath Cosmetics is coming out with a new ultra matte liquid eyeliner. There's going to be 2 different shades of black and brown. These are going to be $16 each, or you can get them both for $25. Gonna be available October 4th on the McGrath Cosmetics website. I feel like a lot of brands are coming out with eyeliners right now. Even Huda Beauty just came out with a new eyeliner. And I feel like there's been other ones too. That one's just kind of popping in my head at this moment because I just saw someone do an Instagram tutorial with it. I'm not super into it though. I like the looks of the brown. It looks pretty, but it's just not something that I'm reaching for a ton, my liquid liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass over that. I think everything else is probably going to be holiday, and I thought this was fun. McGrath Cosmetics is coming out with their advent calendar. I think advent calendars are such a cute idea. I mean, I've seen it with makeup, I've seen it with like food, I've seen it with like teas. Like, I think these are such a cute idea. So they have 25 different items in there, so kind of the idea is like counting down to Christmas, but you can count down to whatever it is you want. It's going to be available in October. They have a lot of different products in here, typically a lot of like minis, but there's eyeshadows in there, there's lipsticks, there's the strobe cream, there's a Fix Plus in there, there's a sponge, lip oils, lip gloss. I mean, there's a lot of different products in here, and so that's kind of fun. Are you guys really into advent calendars or not so much? I don't think I'd purchase this myself because I have a lot of the products that are going to be in here, but I don't, it's just kind of like fun and cute and kind of like exciting, if you know what I mean. So that is from McGrath Cosmetics. And then I saw Ole Henriksen is coming out with a lot of different sets, skincare sets for holidays, and I'm going to be eyeing these. They have the Oh My Glow brightening set for $50, which has the Banana Bright face primer and the Banana Bright eye cream, the Sea Rush vitamin C gel moisturizer, and the Truth serum. That's a really good set. The Truth Be Toned skincare set for $15 with the Truth serum and the oil control toner. The As Smooth as Possible age fighting set. This has some new products that I reviewed in my most recent makeup monthly. The sleeping cream and the power serum, also the dark spot toner. They have the balancing baby set for $42. The Hats Off to Bananas pre-makeup skincare set for $72. Lots of luminosity. I mean, they have a lot of different skincare sets. I personally am a big fan of Ole Henriksen. I've purchased a lot of their products. I've repurchased a lot of their products. I like a lot from them, so that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be eyeing some of those sets for myself. Lime Crime is releasing some holiday collections as well. They have some eyeshadow palettes. They have the Mini Velveteens lip sets. They have some liquid highlighters in here, some more lip sets, a hair mist set. One thing that I do think is interesting looking at these, you know, some of them kind of like that ornament shape, super cute. I haven't tried anything from Lime Crime myself. I've heard really good things about those, the Velveteen lipsticks, but I haven't tried them. I don't think I would purchase anything for myself, but once again, referencing Angelica's video, the swatches of the eyeshadow palettes compared to the eyeshadow palettes do not match. When I was flipping through them, the first palette at the top, this green palette, kind of caught my attention because I've been really into those greens and kind of like that khaki green. So I'm looking at the palette and then I go over and I look at the swatch because it looks like some greens and then an orange, but in the swatches it's like a green and a brown, and I'm like, what? And then even the next palette, they do not match. So I'm with you, girlfriend. Who let this happen? How did no one notice this? I am very confused by this. So looking at the swatches and looking at the palette, I would have no idea what it is I'm getting. I would have no idea. So it's very confusing. I don't really understand how that happened, but you'll have to let us know if you're grabbing anything from the Lime Crime holiday set, but I will be passing over that. Pat McGrath is coming out with some new products, some new matte lipsticks for $40 each. Is that more expensive than her I thought her lipsticks were still like in the $30 range, but I thought her lipsticks were like $36 or $38. But these are $40 each. That's very expensive. I've tried the Pat McGrath lipstick formula. I like it, but I don't absolutely love it, so that's a lot to spend on a lipstick. And then also coming out the Blitz Astral Quad eyeshadow palette for $65 each. No, hold on, I'm gonna go to the Sephora website. It's $65 each. Okay, I thought they were like $55, which is still really expensive, but $65 for 4 eyeshadows. Ooh, that's expensive. I mean, they are bigger eyeshadow palettes. I just purchased a Pat McGrath palette recently. It was one of the minis. I thought it was right next to me, but apparently I cleaned off my little table over here. But it was 5 like smaller eyeshadow palettes, but it was only $28, which I didn't think was too bad. You know, even with like Natasha Denona, like I purchased her minis at $25 for those 5 little eyeshadows. I think that's okay. I'm very light-handed anyway, so it works for me and for like my makeup styles. But $65 for the 4 shades, that's probably going to be too expensive. But I've seen a lot of people talking about these, especially online, and a lot of people seem very excited for them. So you have to let us know if you're going to grab them. But like I've referenced the Charlotte Tilbury quads in the past too, and I think those are like $53 or $54 for the 4 shades. It's just a little bit pricey. The one with kind of like that burgundy shade and the gold, that looks very pretty, but I just highly doubt that I would use them enough. So I'm gonna pass over those from Pat McGrath and just be happy with my little mini palette that I purchased here recently. This isn't holiday, but Kylie Cosmetics is coming out. Oh, she has a holiday release also, but she's doing a collaboration with Balmain. So it's to celebrate Paris Fashion Week. So Kylie Cosmetics x Balmain, a full collection. They have some lip glosses, a Paris matte lip kit, an eyeshadow palette for $42. You can get the entire bundle for $75. Nothing really interests me in this. I'm not super familiar with Balmain, to be honest. The eyeshadow palette really doesn't speak to me. It's pretty. The shade names are fun too. It totally makes sense for the Paris Fashion Week, just nothing really screams out to me. I don't really purchase a ton from Kylie Cosmetics either, so that didn't really get to me. But like I said, she is also coming out with a holiday collection, and this will be available at Ulta Beauty, so that's good if you like to purchase a lot from the brand and you also like to get your Ulta points. That can be a good thing. But she has a face palette for $38. She has a bunch of different lip products in there, a holiday lip set for $36, the Kylie holiday eyeshadow palette for $44. There's some like ornament duos in there. Nothing really excites me a ton. I feel like last year I liked her holiday collection. I feel like maybe I liked the packaging of it, if I'm remembering correctly. This doesn't really scream a whole lot of holiday to me. Like inside is pretty, I like the shades, but it kind of looks like just like a nude palette. I don't know, doesn't really call out to me. The face palette looks pretty and everything, but nothing that I'm really interested in grabbing for myself. So I'm gonna skip over the Kylie holiday collection, but you have to let us know, it just didn't really scream holiday to me. Like I feel like my sweater is more holiday than the eyeshadow palette. Glow Recipe is coming out with a bunch of different holiday sets with their avocado melt retinol sleeping mask, their watermelon glow sleeping mask. They have a brightening kit, a let it glow kit. I've been trying a couple products from them. I don't feel like the watermelon is really getting on with my skin. I tend to break out when I've been trying those products, so I'm probably going to skip over those, but that's another holiday release that's there. Otherwise, I think that is it. I know this is going to be a longer video since technically I kind of took off for 2 weeks with last week's being just holiday focused. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Will I Buy It series. I hope that you're excited if you want to enter into that giveaway. Stay tuned. I'm just kind of dropping some little giveaways into my videos here, just trying to say thank you and give back to those of you that are catching up with my videos. So other than that, I'd love to know your thoughts on all the products that we tried down below. What has your attention? What are you passing over? And otherwise, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.